You are not allowed to be here. If you have business here, no, don't interrupt me. This is not a conversation. You have to go.
Hey ladies, I need some service here. Remember the public, I need some actual service, legitimate service here.
Hey sir, I'm a supervisor. What's going on?
Okay. Yeah, so we came in here, we just wanted to take some pictures. We're doing a story. We just want to take some pictures of your public accessible area, that's all.
We're calling the police. If you don't leave, you're gonna get in trouble. Please leave. For your own good.
If they violate our rights and arrest us, then we'll be back here to apply for the public defender. And I hope that you're not the one defending me though, man, because you don't know the law.
For people that have legitimate business.
I told you this is legitimate business.
What is your business?
I told you, taking pictures.
Take your pictures and go.
Yeah, we're going to, but we're going to leave when we're ready to leave, and we're not going to leave when you tell us to or anyone else does.
I've asked you do not film anything back here because this is private work product. Great, thank you.
So you either want the cops that come here to tell you you have permission to be on this property.
Yeah, because I need you and I need the employees to be educated on the First Amendment, the Constitution.
Okay.
I can come in here and take pictures from open to close Monday through Friday, and there's nothing you guys can do about it. I mean, I'll tell you, I've been arrested for exercising my rights before. I've been locked in a cage, and some people say that that's what I want to do because I want to sue people. That's absolutely not what I do. I don't like being in torture cuffs. I don't like being locked in a cage. That's a very uncomfortable situation. But see, that's the thing, is that every American's rights are even more important than my freedom. So if I have to temporarily lose my freedom to protect their rights or to expose people who are violating people's rights, then that's what I'm here to do.
Welcome, everyone. I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations, and always record the police. Now, this video is crazy. It comes to us from Denver Metro Audits, Mr. DMA, and it has movie stars in it. It has someone who, I don't know, looks like Jason Sudeikis and Amber Heard, and this guy from the movie, well, actually the TV show Heroes. Public defenders. Except these public defenders don't defend the public interest because they get, to put it very bluntly, very angry and rude and dismissive and negative and shredding of constitutional rights toward DMA. They're supposed to be the freaking public defenders, for God's sakes. They should know the laws better than anyone to support the rights of we the people. And if DMA gets arrested in this, I certainly hope these aren't his public defenders. Watch this video to the end. It's pretty extensive, but there's so many levels to it. And tell me if you think these movie stars have become public defenders. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to DMA's channel. We'll see you soon.
Denver Metro Audits, aka the Mile High Auditor. Today we were at the Colorado State Public Defender's Office here in Colorado Springs. And I'm here with Nasty Nathaniel today.
All right.
All right. So we're going to go in here and check it out, guys, and see how it goes. It says these doors to remain unlocked. Hello.
Hi. I would prefer not to be filmed without signing a consent.
Oh, you need a consent form to record you?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I do not want to be filmed. I'm not sure what this is in regards to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just came in here to the public defender's office. We're going to take some pictures at the lobby here and public accessible area. And
okay, so this is
all.
Just you guys are curious or something?
Yeah, we're working on something here, so.
But you're filming me right now though, right?
Well, I mean, I'm taking pictures, yeah.
Okay. Where's this going to go to?
I mean, I don't really give that information away. So the story's not published yet, so I don't want to compromise it. But
okay, well,
so I'm just letting you know, because I mean, you seem like you're concerned, so we're just here taking pictures. That's all.
I prefer not to have my picture on there unless I sign a consent.
Okay.
Who are y'all with?
I'm with myself.
Okay.
I'm with him.
Why are y'all filming
we're
me?
together.
I don't want to be filmed. I don't know what this
But
is.
I mean, you're a public employee, right, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, we're in public, so
Okay.
you know, there's case law.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean,
just don't know why.
Well, we're allowed to, you know, record public officials in the course of their duties, right? So Glickford's kind of out of the First Circuit.
I know. I don't like my pictures taken personally.
Oh, I think you look great.
Well, that's nice of you. I'm just kind of camera shy. And,
Okay. Well, I mean,
no.
as long as you're not going to.
Assistant and.
We just want to take pictures of basically like the the lobby and stuff like that.
That's
We're not
fine. I
gonna.
just wish it wasn't on me because, like I said, I'm camera
Okay.
shy and I don't really
That's
wanna
fine.
be like on social media or anything
Right.
like that.
Gotcha. Well, we're just gonna take some pictures. I'll let you get to your phone call. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Yeah,
Unless you need-
like I said, you still are filming me, and
Right.
I don't know why.
Well, because you're talking to me, so I was just.
I know, but you can turn your camera away from me.
I mean, I could, but I don't usually do that with public employees, so that's all.
Well, I think it's like respectful to ask somebody's permission.
Well, I mean, I don't really need permission to exercise rights, though. That's the thing. If you have to ask for permission for rights, then they're not really rights, they're privileges. That's the thing.
And now you're gonna film her.
Well, I'm just getting pictures of anything I can see in here, all right? I have the right to do that,
And
so
I'm just gonna walk away because I have the right to do that.
Yeah.
That's true. You do have the right to walk away. That's true. I mean, you guys could just be nice and respectful to members of the public.
I don't really appreciate being filmed without me knowing, I'm at work. I
Exactly.
don't find that very fair.
And you're a public employee, and that's why we're recording you, because you're at
Okay,
work.
and that's fine.
We have the right to do so.
That's
But
fine.
you could just be nice
I
to us. You don't have
I'm
to
not
be
doing
rude.
anything rude, am I?
Yeah, you're like, oh,
I'm
well, I
telling
can
you
just
that I
walk
don't
away.
appreciate it.
But you should appreciate it, man.
I don't.
Because
Thank
we
you.
have a right, you're a public employee. That's the
don't appreciate
difference.
it, though. Thank you.
Okay. So you see, like, this is the reason why, you know, we record the employees, because, you know, they act up like that. And start
Nobody's acting
silly.
up.
No, I mean,
Or
you've been
just
okay. You've been at
expressing
least,
our
it's cordial with
opinion
us.
that we don't want to be filmed.
Ma'am, you work for the public and you're in public. So you don't have an expectation of privacy while you're at work. If you don't like being recorded, you should go work in the private sector and you shouldn't be a public servant.
Public Defender's Office.
Okey-dokey. Something I want to point out that I know in California, you got the Santa Barbara County Public Defender, the SLO County Public Defender, the Fruit Loop County Public Defender. Well, no, I mean, there's no such county, but we all know I'm a Fruit Loop, so.
Did you guys hit the fire alarm? Yeah, y'all should go. Oh my gosh, they hit the fire alarm on us?
Fire?
We don't know. We just know whenever a fire alarm goes off that you should leave.
Oh wow,
Well,
that's
it went-
Well, I
crazy.
wonder who started the fire.
So you guys pulled the fire alarm to get us to leave? This is wild.
Well, somebody definitely needs a stiff drink. Jeez. Well, that's a first.
Yeah, that's a first for me. Holy cow. Hey ladies, I need some service here. Remember the public, I need some actual service, legitimate service here.
Hey, sir, I'm a supervisor. What's going on?
Okay. Yeah, so we came in here, we just wanted to take some pictures, we're doing a story, just wanted to take some pictures of your public accessible area, that's all. And, you know, the other lady that was here, she was kind of rude and she stormed out of here. And then your other receptionist here, I mean, she was at least being cordial with us, but she's saying that, you know, we have to get her permission or sign a waiver or something like that, so.
You guys do. So this is actually an attorney office, so it's not a public space. We have client confidentiality concerns. So if you guys want to give us information, we can
Okay.
reach out to you to coordinate a better time for this.
Well, the confidentiality of your clients, that's your responsibility to protect that.
that's why I'm just asking you guys
But I'm
to
in
be
the public
filmed.
area though, so I can
This is our
record.
area. You guys can stand out there if you would like.
And then did you guys pull the fire alarm on us?
No, we're doing work on the elevator.
Okay.
It's happened a couple times this morning. It's super
We're gonna
important.
we're gonna hang out here until we're done getting our pictures, and then we're gonna leave. But I need to. Can I get your name? Do you have a business card?
I'd like to get your guys' information first. I'll give you my card too. If you guys could stand out there, though, this is not a public space. This is a client confidential office.
Okay, so is this a private business then?
So this is a attorney business. If you guys would like to be in the public area,
Yeah.
it is there. This is not a public building though. This
Yeah,
is my card.
This is a pub. You guys lease this space here, and this is a public lobby.
Great, this
So,
is my card. Could
there's
you write down your
chairs here.
information, please?
Okay, can I get this lady's name too?
No, you got my information. That's good for you.
Okay, so I need to do a public records request form so I can get her name and then the other lady's name too, please.
My information is sufficient, and I'm actually going to have staff come back with me, and if
Okay.
you guys could exit.
So you guys are
premises,
gonna
okay?
refuse me service, member of the public?
I am, unless you're applying for the public defender. This is not a public office.
It is a public office, ma'am. And I have the right to record in here. I'm taking pictures for my story.
How could it
Wow.
not be a public office? I mean, it's called the Public Defender's Office.
So here's the supervisor, guys. Her name is Summer Woods.
I think she needs a margarita as well.
She needs a stiff margarita. So she's saying this is not a public space. That's kind of funny. It's the public defender's office, but it's not a public space.
Yeah, that's.
So, and then, you know, they're gonna deny me the public records. So, I mean, they're just completely a dereliction of duty. They're just straight up not doing their job, period.
Well, absolutely.
I mean, I can't believe that, you know, this is very common, guys, as you know. They have the audacity to sit there and tell us that we have to leave. I mean, let's take a look around so you guys can see, in case you didn't see. There's chairs here. This is a public accessible area. It's a public lobby. Okay, they got some magazines here to read, stuff like that. They got, I mean, look, this is the reception desk. Now, of course, we can't go back here in this area, but we're not trying to do that.
Well, you know, something that I want to comment on is, you know, like when she said something about how, like, oh, you know, we have client confidential information, you know, here. Like, are attorneys going to have, you know, confidential meetings with their client where they're discussing aspects of their case out in the public lobby?
Exactly.
Isn't that something that should be done in, like, a private office? That's just something different that I've... Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Ruby.
You work here?
I do.
Okay, because your colleagues are over here, they're refusing a service. We're here for...
Are you here to apply for a public defender?
Well, I'm here for different services. I need to do a public records request.
We can't help you with that.
Well, you're supposed to help. You're
Well,
violating
we're
the law.
trying. She's probably getting a supervisor.
How come you're like being aggressive too?
Can you let
Like,
me in?
look at
Thanks.
all the employees are like, you know, like rude.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're locking out their own piece.
Yeah, wrong phone. Sorry. Holy shit.
I mean, somebody else needs to stiff margarita.
So did you always have like disdain and contempt for the public to come in here and do a public building and request services, ma'am? Or is that, it's just a first time thing
We
for you?
help the people who need public
I do need help here.
Okay, do you want to fill out an application for a public defender?
I don't need a public defender. I
Okay,
have
well,
other
that's what
services.
we do here.
Well, see, because I'm a journalist here, so I'm just
Okay.
doing a story, and I'm in the public area, but
Okay.
your employees are rude, you know, your coworkers, so I need to find out their names. So I need to do a
Oh,
public records request.
See,
so-
we are not required to give you our names.
Well, you are. Are you familiar with the Freedom of Information Act? You are required to take any public employee. I can just tell you the requests I need, and the onus is on you. So I'm telling you right now that I need names and salaries of every employee working here today. You would be in violation of the FOIA
He wants
Act.
names and salaries of everybody who's
Yes,
working
and
here.
I
There's
can
a way
get
to do
that.
that. You can do a CORA request.
Yeah, that's true. And I was telling her that the way
We're the
Freedom-
public defender's office. I just feel like there seems to be a little confusion about what our role is. We represent people who can't afford representation.
Yeah, we
So we're
understand
not the people who hold those records.
What's
You have
that?
to request.
I
a
understand
certificate
that.
of
No, I
CORA.
totally understand that you don't hold the
Okay,
records.
you have a-
What
Yeah.
I'm saying though is the way the
You
Freedom of
have a
Information Act is
okay?
written, it's a federal law that covers Colorado, is that I only have to verbally give a public
so you
employee
can
such
come
as
in and
yourself the
apply for
request, and you can write it down if you'd like to. But once I do that, that's official, and then the onus is on you to
No, there's a
find-
way to request those. We do it all the time.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
telling you that
This is
I know
not the
you can
way
go
that-
through
What's your
Cora,
date of
but
birth?
what I'm telling you, when I tell you, the onus is on you to provide, go to
No,
Cora
that's-
and get that.
that's not correct.
Yes, ma'am, it
Sorry,
is.
it's not.
And your name?
I'm telling you, it
Anything else
is.
you want me to grab up here?
What would you like to just give me your name
Okay,
then?
Nanette, you are opened up to Joseph Blythe. Let me transfer you over. Hold on one moment.
I mean, you at least seem like you know, willing to have a conversation with us. We might
Ladies.
disagree.
Please lock things and come here. Okay.
Okay, so you ladies, when we're not like a threat, we're not making any, you know, threatening gestures.
Sir,
We're just
sir,
we're
I-
peaceful people.
Sir, I think that what we do here is we literally defend people's rights. And so
But
when
you're not defending my right.
but
You're trying to
interrupting
violate
me,
my
You're not
right.
letting me speak, okay?
Go ahead.
That's like what this place is all about. And so when you're coming in here and you're pointing your cameras and you're standing over us, that does feel very aggressive.
We're not
Okay,
standing.
we're trying to
over
be.
anybody.
You are. We've asked you to leave. We've told you that the public area is out there. We've told you that this is a private firm where we have
not a
confidential
private
client
firm, yeah.
information. Yeah, you don't get access to client information.
Well, we don't want
Are you going to be
access to
discussing
that.
client information right out here in the public lobby?
Yes,
Come on,
this
that's
is quite
ridiculous.
literally where
Actually,
people
it's how we process
apply.
applications. This is our job.
That's
This is where we
why
try to
this is
help
not a
people.
public area.
This is not a public area. These are not public
and-
employees. They're private citizens whose information
They're
you are
public
not
employees, ma'am. They're not private. They're private citizens, but
private
they work for the
citizens.
public.
So you are not
So-
entitled to any further information right now. We are not calling security to be kind, but we are really asking you to leave. You're preventing our business from
Well, as
operating.
soon as you guys leave us alone and like kind of just let us finish our story and maybe be nice to us, provide us with the information that we're requesting,
You haven't asked
would
us for any
happily leave.
information.
They
Would you let me
want
know?
they want
Why should we
like
have
salaries and.
I just want names.
told them
I
So you
want-
guys need
request.
to, okay, you need to contact the state public defender office, not our individual
Right.
agency, okay?
And I was explaining to her.
Did you hear
your
what she
employee-
just said?
Hold on. Remember you talked. Remember you talked about me interrupting you.
You just
Do you remember?
interrupted her. Did you hear what she just
I
said?
did hear, and I'm going to
And
explain.
what was
Remember
that?
what I told you? Told me
He says
don't
that
interrupt you.
once you say a public, once you ask for a public agency to do it. That
I
there's
was trying to
no
explain the
back.
Freedom of Information Act, ma'am. It's a federal law that covers Colorado, and it states that once I verbally give you the request, that's official, and now the onus is on you to go through the proper channels to get me those records.
It's not correct.
That's
We're
the way the
governed
law.
by the state of Colorado. You have to do a records request through the state of Colorado.
No, ma'am, I don't.
I
I mean,
do.
I could, and I
We went
probably
to
will,
law
because you
school.
guys are going to violate the Freedom of Information Act, so that's what I'm going to
I
have
don't.
to
I
do.
literally don't even have access to the records you're seeking.
You don't have to have
to
access.
do-
You just have to forward it to the proper channels, ma'am.
You
Sir,
won't
you're
give us your
welcome.
information.
I'll give you my information right now if you guys want
Do
to
you
take
want
my
to write it
records
down for
request.
us, please? That would be
Yeah,
great.
go ahead.
What's
You
your
guys can write it
information?
down. I'll tell you.
Okay.
So I need
No,
names.
I need your name.
Okay, yeah. First, let me tell you what I need. Write it down, and then I'll give you my contact info.
I can't provide you with that information, so I'm not
See,
going to.
I have a feeling like if I'm going to tell you my contact info, then you're just not going to take my request, and you're going to walk
Oh,
away.
I can't take your request. I'm not the state
Oh, that's
public
what I'm
defender
saying.
office.
I'm willing to give you my
Okay, so
contact
sir,
info.
we are trying to be helpful. We're trying politely to ask you to leave. You're preventing our confidential business from going forward. We've repeatedly asked you to leave the lobby, okay? We can't
Yeah.
provide this information to you. You need to seek out
Okay.
the actual public defender's office and submit a formal request like anybody else,
So
okay?
your employee here, she told me that we're violating people's rights.
You
by
are,
coming
their right
in
to
here.
confidentiality and their right to be able to apply for a
There's no
public
right to
defender.
confidentiality in a public lobby. You're
Are you
actually trying
here
to violate
apply
our
for the
rights.
public defender?
We have a right to record in this public
Are you here to
accessible
apply
area.
for the public defender,
I
yes
told you
or
what
no?
I'm here for. I'm here to
Okay,
do a story
okay.
and take
so
pictures.
if you're not here for the apply for the public defender, you're not here for legitimate purpose. This is
yes,
not a
taking
public
pictures
lobby.
is legitimate business, and this
Okay,
is a public
so
lobby.
we are going to now leave because you are not allowed to be here. We've
Yes,
asked
I
you
am.
to leave, and so we're repeatedly going to ask you to leave. But no
Okay.
employee is going to come back up here until you exit the premises. Okay?
Well, we're not going to leave until we're ready, because we'll leave when we're ready to leave, not when you tell us to, because we have a right to be here, ma'am.
you don't have a right to
Yes,
be here.
we
I'm
do.
asking you.
We're going to find out if we have a right to be here then.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. You guys are just out of control.
I wonder who she's gonna call. I have a feeling it's not gonna be AFA. Gotta give AFA a shout out.
And how ironic that she said, we're here to defend people's rights.
What we do here is we literally defend people's rights.
She literally said that.
Let's say we did get arrested over this, right? And like, I had to apply for a public defender because I can't afford to hire my own attorney. Like, what would it, you know?
That would be actually hilarious.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Not good. You guys can't be here.
Who are you? Can we get your name?
Nope, I'm a supervising attorney here.
Okay,
You guys gotta
so-
go.
Well, if you're not going to identify
Guys,
yourself to me, you're
this isn't a
nobody.
public space, guys.
This is a public lobby.
No, it's not.
How is it not a lobby?
Because we're conducting business in here.
You're conducting
Okay?
business in the lobby?
We're conducting business by having clients appear in here, yes. You have
There's
to
no
leave.
clients in here now, and I mean, there's chairs here. This is clearly a public
You
lobby.
have to leave, sir.
You
We're
just-
gonna
Well,
we're gonna call
you're nobody
security.
to me, man. Like, you haven't even identified yourself. You're
It
just some
doesn't
man
matter
in a
who I
suit.
am to you, sir.
Well, it doesn't matter who I am to you. Then I don't even know you work here.
I don't care who you are. All I care about is that you can't be here.
Okay,
Okay.
well.
So you're gonna have to leave. If you're not leaving, we're gonna call security. This is a private building. It's a private space. There's attorney-client privilege meetings that go on here. You are not allowed to be here. If you have business here, no, don't interrupt me. It's not. This is not a conversation. You have to go.
Well, what is it then?
This is me
It's not a
telling you to leave.
conversation.
It's me telling you to leave. That's what it is.
Okay, well,
Does that
who
make
are you
sense?
to tell me to leave? Is what I'm asking.
I'm telling you to leave right now.
Well, I'm telling you to take your shoes off, man. Can you do that for me?
Okay.
do you
We're
see
gonna
that
call
lady?
security. If you're not
I can-
gone in the
I can
next
give
30
you
seconds,
directives, too.
security's gonna be here and you're gonna get escorted out.
No,
Okay.
security can't touch us. They can
Okay.
only observe and
Fair
report.
enough.
So that'd be
Fair
a
enough.
lawsuit.
You've been told. We'll see you later.
Okay, I'll see you later, bud.
Cool.
Okay.
You've been kind of douchey, actually. Wow. And he's a lawyer?
He said he's the head attorney over here, and he doesn't know that this is a public lobby and in a public accessible area we can be here and record. So do you guys want that guy to represent you? If you need a public defender, he's the top guy over here. That's why they call them public pretenders.
Yeah.
I mean, coming over here barking orders at us, won't even identify himself as any type of authority. He just says he's the head attorney over here. Okay, that means nothing to me. I mean, you're nobody to give me an order, man. So you said you're the head attorney over here, the public defender's office?
Sir, you are not allowed to be here.
But I was asking
allowed to film here.
You said you're the top attorney here in the public defender's office?
I've given you all of the information.
So you're the top guy here, and you don't know that we don't have a First Amendment right to record in this public lobby here of a public rented building here? I mean, it's a private building, but you guys lease this through the private building, right? You have a contract, so that means if you're open for business, it's open to the public. And we're not going back here in your restricted area. We're staying back here.
You got all the answers. You got all the answers. You got it all figured
I've
out.
done my research, man, and
No, you haven't.
it seems like you need to do a little bit better job if you're an attorney.
Oh, God. All right.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, well, I mean, we just came in here. We told you right away.
Don't bother.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, don't
Security's
bother.
coming.
Yeah, we're just trying to be friendly and peaceful. We're not trying to, like, start a problem. You guys are creating a
You're not
problem.
being friendly or peaceful.
You guys aren't being friendly.
Professional, sir.
No, you're not. No, you're not. We have people working here. We have clients who come in here. You cannot be in our lobby filming. This is not a public space. You have no right to be here.
Sir, do you
are not a
discuss
public defender
attorney-client
client.
information in the
You are
public
not. You
lobby?
are not
Come on,
a
that's
public defender
ridiculous.
client, right? Yes,
yeah,
we
but
do.
would you dispense that kind of information, client information, in the public lobby?
We're not dispensing any
Come on, that's
client
ridiculous.
information.
We have clients who come in here who
Okay.
have a right to privacy as they
No,
visit with their
no,
attorney.
no.
Okay.
There's no reasonable expectation of privacy in
Sure.
public, and you know that.
And who are you? Who are you, sir?
It's not public.
Who are you?
I'm a public defender who works here. Who are you?
Okay, so then you
Why-
should know,
why
right?
are
You're
you
an attorney?
filming here? I should know.
I would
why.
like to have a conversation with you and not him, and I would gladly
You're
explain.
not having
to
a
you.
conversation with anybody.
I'm
I'm
asking
glad-
who you are
You've
and
been
why
asked
you're
to
filming
leave.
us.
And I would gladly explain that to you if you're willing to sit down and have a
I'm
cordial
not.
conversation.
You've been asked to leave.
Okay.
You understand?
So then
you're
I'm not going
trespassing.
to engage with you. If you're
Then
going to be rude
you
to me, then
you are on private property, and if you
this
don't
is not
leave, you're-
private property.
Yes,
Who's
it
the
is.
owner then?
Fact is.
Who
It is.
owns this private property then?
The Gazette building, but regardless,
Yeah,
it
but
is
you lease
private.
it. The
It is
government
private. If you
leases
do
it.
not leave, you are trespassing. You've
No.
been given a lawful order to leave.
Who are you to
If
give me a lawful order? Are you a law
someone who
enforcement
works
officer?
here. It doesn't
You
have
can't
to
give
be a law
lawful orders.
You understand you're talking to attorneys, right?
I
Who
do.
are-
That's
who are
actually
defense
dangerous.
attorneys.
That's actually pretty dangerous that you
need
think
to-
you can give lawful
need
orders.
to leave the building. Have the police been called?
No, because we're trying to just do it with security, but if they're not going
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to call the police, you can, but I mean, if you guys just leave us alone, we'll leave when we're ready to leave and we're done. But you guys keep engaging with us,
We
and
can't leave you alone. You are on our property where we
it's
have
public
to work.
property, man. This is not owned by a private owner. This is owned by the state.
It is not owned by the state.
It says Colorado State Public Defender
You,
right
you
there.
understand that doesn't mean we own the building.
No,
We
but you
rent
lease
it.
the building. Yes, you lease it.
We are not owners of the
It
property.
doesn't matter if it's open for business and you lease this space, it's open to the public, man. How are you an attorney and don't know that?
Colorado Springs 911, what is the location of the emergency?
We're at 30 East Pikes Peak, Suite 200.
And the name of the business?
It's the Office of the Public Defender.
Okay. What's the phone number you're calling from?
It's my cell phone, 248.
Your first and last name?
Michael Bowman.
Tell me exactly what happened.
We have two people here in our lobby. They're currently filming. They're not clients of the Office of the Public Defender. They're not involved in any case. We've asked them several times to leave. They don't have any legitimate reason for being here or purpose for being here, but they're claiming that it's just a public space and they're allowed to film and record as we're conducting business and have people coming and going. And they're refusing to take any orders or directive from us to leave. So we need somebody to help us get them off our property.
Are you at that location now?
Yeah.
Are any weapons involved?
No. Okay, I guess our building security might be on the way too, just so you know that.
Okay, I need to get the person's descriptions. Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
There's a white male and I believe a Hispanic male.
Okay, let's focus on the white male for a second. How old does he look?
He's probably late 30s.
What's he wearing?
He's wearing a black t-shirt with some sort of print all over it and then like a fedora. He's also carrying like a handheld camera.
Okay. What color pants?
I think he's wearing shorts, I believe, but
Okay. And then
he's got black cargo shorts. Probably mid-20s.
Okay. What is he wearing?
He's wearing a yellow shirt and a black Colorado Rockies hat.
And what kind of pants?
Black Nike shorts.
Are you or anyone else in danger right now?
I don't think we're in danger, no. We just kind of need them off of our property, out of our building.
Okay. All right. Avoid the persons. Officers will be dispatched as soon as possible. Call us back if anything changes. You have further information or if they do leave, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Maybe he got his law degree from the Chile de Castro School of Law.
He bought a trifold, man, and that's how he got it. I mean, at least if he bought a trifold, he'd probably know that this is a public space and we can record in here, though.
Guys,
my cell phone 248.
we're defense attorneys. We're on the business of getting people in trouble. We're calling the police. If you don't leave, you're going to get in trouble. Please leave. For your own good, please leave.
Okay, yeah, you know, and if we get arrested for being here, if the cops, if they're
You're not
educated.
being arrested for being here. You'd be arrested for trespassing.
Okay, but you
because
can't
you've been given
trespass on
lawful
public
orders to
property.
leave.
You can't trespass on public property.
Do yourselves a favor and please leave.
Okay, so I was going to explain to you, if they know the law, then they'll know that there's nothing they can do. We can be in here, it's a public space. And if they violate our rights and arrest us, then we'll be back here to apply for the public defender. And I hope that you're not the one defending me though, man, because you don't know the law. Hi.
Hi. So my name's Steve Noblitt, and I'm the security director for all the buildings here. For the Paramount Group manages these properties, and they're all owned by the same person. So you are on private property.
Yeah, but this space right here is actually leased through the government. The state of Colorado leases this space. So if they're open for business, then it's open to the public and we can be here.
What do you want?
Oh, we were trying to explain that to them, but they wouldn't, they wouldn't answer. They were just being rude and not listening to what we were trying to say. I've already explained it several times, but since you at least identified yourself, I'll be happy to explain that to you. So we're independent citizen journalists. We came in here to just take some pictures of the public lobby, and right away they were getting defensive that we can't be recorded. They're saying this is private. It's not private. Yes, it's a private building, but this is leased through the state of Colorado. So this is a public space right now. Now, of course, I can't be here after hours, but time, place, and manner. But this is open for business. So we were told them we were just going to get some pictures, and when we're done with our pictures, we'll leave. But they keep coming up here. This guy's giving us orders saying that we have to leave. It's a lawful order. Police officers can give lawful orders, not a public defender. So that's all, man. We came here. We've been nothing but nice to these people. I'm trying to request information. Like I have a lawful right to do public records requests here. They're rude. They won't give me any information that I'm requesting. I understand that this is where people apply to be represented by a public defender. But members of the public can come in here and request other information, and I have a right to do that through the Freedom of Information Act. I was just trying to be nice, and they're calling you over here, and like we said, we're not trying to cause an issue. We just want to take our pictures and be left alone because we have a lawful right to do that. It's unfortunate these attorneys don't understand that. We do this for a living, so we know what we're doing.
Right. So do what you came to do, and then if you're done doing what you want to do, just leave if you don't have any further business.
All right. Well, I have business, but they're refusing to help me, so that's going to be another issue. So thank you. We're going to stay here for a while because we don't want to, be bullied out of here. So we'll be here for I don't know how long, but we're not going to be bullied out of here. And when we're done, taking our pictures and they stop barking orders at us, we'll peacefully leave. We're not trying to hang out and stay the night or anything.
And I want to just interject real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to. But I appreciate you at least being willing to listen to us and hear us out, and not interrupting us, and not trying to bark unlawful commands or anything. You seem like you're pretty reasonable, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We do. We appreciate your professionalism.
So here's what I would ask. If you don't have any business here, if business where you're legitimately trying to, Okay, so if you're not legitimately here trying to get a public defender to defend you in a case that you currently have, you've been here long enough to take the video that you want to take, the pictures that you want to take, I would ask you to leave.
Well, you don't get to dictate how long we need. I mean, I can literally come in here if I want to, and I can, from open to close, and I can hang out in here every single day. I'm not here to do that, but I can do that lawfully. Taking pictures is legitimate business, sir. The First Amendment, the freedom of the press, okay?
Right.
So it's a public area. I can't go back there, but I can hang, you can't tell me when I can leave.
So this is a privately owned building.
Yeah, we understand that.
So they lease space to tenants. The tenants pay the rent. Be like, you know, if you compare it to like an apartment complex. So even though everybody in there is, they pay for their space, and you can walk in the front door of the apartment complex, and you can walk around there. But if you don't have any business, you're not a tenant, you don't have any business there, then the property owner can ask you to leave.
Let me ask you a question. If I'm renting an apartment and I have a guest there, can the owner of the apartment complex come and tell me that my guest has to leave? Okay, that's the same thing then.
No, who are you a guest of?
The contract that you guys have, or whoever the owner has with the state of Colorado, has to allow public access from the entrance of their building right here to this public accessible area for business during business hours.
For people that have legitimate business.
I told you, this is legitimate business.
What is your business?
I told you, taking pictures.
Take your pictures and go.
Yeah, we're going to, but we're going to leave when we're ready to leave, and we're not going to leave when you tell us to or anyone else does.
Okay, so for your cameras, I am a representative of the owner of this building. I am telling you, you are trespassing right now. Okay. If you do not leave voluntarily, then we will call the police department and we will have a complaint signed against you. I will sign a complaint against you for trespassing.
And like I said, if the police are educated, they're going to tell you there's nothing that they can do. If they arrest us or they violate our rights, then we'll be back here and filing for a public defender to represent us. But I already have a constitutional attorney, so I mean, I have a constitutional attorney on retainer. I know what I'm doing. So
would you call him or her?
Yeah.
And ask them, tell them what you're doing.
If my attorney tells you right now that we can be in a public space in this public defender's office,
and I'm going to tell him,
would you accept that?
No, I'm going to tell him he's wrong. But you should call him. No. Because you need that advice right now. You need to know that you are on private property. This is not the police department. This isn't a government building. This is a private building.
Okay, we're talking in circles now. I understand it's a private building, but it's leased through the government, so and it's open for business, so we can absolutely.
So you're refusing to leave?
We're not going to leave when you tell us. We told you we'll leave peacefully. If you, I mean, want to just leave us alone and let us take our pictures. Okay. But you know, we're not going to be bullied out of here, though. That's the thing, and we'll leave when we're ready to leave.
I've asked you to leave. I've told you you're trespassing if you don't leave.
But we're not trespassing.
I'm going to give you.
Again, the police are on their way. I'm trying to help you out here.
You're trying to violate our rights. You're not trying to help us.
I'm trying to keep you guys from having any police interaction. If that's what you're looking for, they're on their way. I don't know how long they're going to be here, but I've given you guys a couple of
Thanks, man. You're here to protect people's rights, to defend people's rights, and you called the police on free Americans who are in a public space and not breaking the law.
We're trying to be able to represent our clients without them being harassed by you
guys.
guys.
We're not harassing anyone. We minded our own business.
Is harassing them.
That's not harassment.
Is preventing people from being able to
have
have
online. I'm in here since I've been here.
Yeah, well,
CRS 18-9-111 is harassment. How is recording harassment? I mean, you're an attorney?
Following and recording in public place can be stalking, so.
No, but you can't construe a First Amendment protected activity into harassment, though. Okay, and I'm not following anyone around. I'm in the public area.
I'm trying to help you guys avoid a police interaction by telling you that they're coming.
Okay.
I'm putting it in your hands, okay?
We're gonna see what they say when they get here then. I asked if we're auditors.
What was that?
Yes.
What's an auditor again?
But if you're not, then there's no point in talking about it.
Well, can you explain to me what that is? Like, we're just here taking some pictures, but I never heard of that before. What is it?
No. Just what I've heard from other people.
Okay.
So.
Behind the front desk.
So once again, I'm asking you guys to leave. You've been asked to leave. I'm a representative of the owner of this building. I'm his security director. It's my responsibility to keep the peace in these buildings. You have been asked to leave.
Can I explain to you?
Are you refusing to leave?
I'm going to tell you what third-degree trespass is. It's CRS 18-4-504. A person commits the crime of third-degree criminal trespass if such person unlawfully or enters or remains on the premises of another, meaning private property. I know this is private property, but it's leased through the government. So you said that if I have a tenant, if I'm a tenant at an apartment and I have a guest there, the owner of the building can't make them leave. That's the same situation. This is not another. This isn't private.
You're making an argument that a judge is going to have to make a decision on. I'm telling you that my employer owns this building and he leases space to these people, and they have a lawful right to be here. They have asked you to leave, I have asked you to leave, and you're refusing to leave.
Yeah, because you have no authority to ask us. You can ask us to leave, but we don't have to leave.
You're trespassing on private property.
Well, we can agree to disagree because we think that we're not trespassing.
Like you just read, you are unlawfully on the property of another.
No, this is public though. So if I was on like McDonald's or something like that, yeah, and they want me to leave, I have to leave. Or if I was in somebody's front yard and they said, I don't want you here, I would have to leave. That's the property of another. We're here, we're doing a story, and we're not going to be bullied out of a place that we know we're allowed to be, okay? Or actually, we have the right to be.
All right. You're refusing to comply with my request for you to leave the property.
Exactly, because it's a request.
Okay.
Like I said, I mean, I could give you a request too, man. Could you take those glasses off for me, please?
You bet.
See, I mean, that has the same legitimacy, right?
Hey, no, you're wrong. You're not thinking this through. They don't want you here.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they want me here. I have a right to be here. So they can't just tell me I have to leave.
And you figure that's because it's the public defender's office.
Yeah,
Is that your?
It's the state of Colorado.
That's your premise?
These are government employees, and this is a public space. This is a lobby.
Okay.
Okay. If it's open for business, it's open to the public, and if it's open to the public, we can take pictures in here.
I understand what you believe and what you think. So.
Hey man, you know what? I like those shoes, bro.
Do ya?
Yeah, they're snazzy.
How you doing? I'm Steve Noblitt, Security Director for Paramount.
Good.
So,
Nice. Good to meet you. One of the supervisors.
So you did call the police department?
Yeah.
Okay. You've asked them to leave?
Asked them to leave. We've asked them to stop filming. We've let them know that none of our legal assistants are able to answer the phones right now because they're...
So they're interfering with your business?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
If our legal assistants are answering phones, they could be having confidential communications with our clients over the phones. And because they're filming, we can't have those because they're no longer confidential. I've asked you do not film anything back here because this is private work product. Great. Thank you.
I've already got pictures of all this area, man.
Right, I know. After you've been asked not to do that.
Doesn't matter. You don't have the authority to tell me I can't take pictures in here.
So we're not going to have a conversation with them.
No.
So the police department's on the way. I've asked them to leave as a representative of the owner of the building. You've asked them to leave as a representative of the tenant.
Office. Yeah.
So,
thank you.
Hi.
We appreciate the help.
You bet. So we'll just hang out and wait for the cops.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
It's not necessary. It's a waste of resources, so. We're not causing a net problem. This is all fabricated and lies. We are not causing a disruptance in here. If there's personal information in here, then they need to conduct that. We're not trying to record people's personal information. I mean, if there's somebody that comes in here and they're like applying for a public defender, I wouldn't even record them. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I don't do that typically. Unless they start a conversation with me, that's it. So, but we're not here to get people's personal information, and if that's really a legitimate concern, then they need to they need to design this building or maybe take them into the back or do something. But I mean, the onus is on them to protect their personal information, not us. And you can't prevent us from recording in order to preserve their personal information.
So
that's the thing.
It's your position that we can't tell you to leave, but we have a way of preserving confidential information, and you guys have a right to go through the entire building, but it's on us.
Not entire building, just in this public area here. That's all.
What's your name?
What was that?
What's your name?
My name? Yeah, I'll give you my name. Yeah, no problem. It's Parker Osman.
Okay.
Yeah, but Osman, O-S-M-O-N, no D at the end.
What's your name, sir?
This is your business. Who do you work for?
Sir, what's your name?
I'm me.
Well, what's your name?
I'm me.
So my name's Steve Noblitt. I work for Paramount Group. It's a property management group. I have asked you to leave. representative from the public defender's office has asked you to leave. And am I understanding correct that you're refusing to leave?
We're declining to leave because we have a lawful right. This is a public space. This is leased by the state of Colorado, and this is a public lobby. So yes, we have a First Amendment right
You
to
won't
take
give me
pictures
your
in
name,
there.
even though I've given you mine? You won't give me your name, sir?
I mean, you're trying to, you call the police and
We are
kick us out of
calling-
here.
they're gonna
Yeah,
come
why would
in
I
and
give you
ask
my
you.
name?
Well, for the same reason you are. You asked me for mine.
Because you're representative here, right? And you're the one trying to give me
Of
orders
the
I have to
private
leave.
property owner. Of the private property owner, the guy that owns this building.
Yeah. I understand.
I mean,
that
you're
there's a
about
private
justice. I see you got a tag there that says justice. That's all I'm trying to do here is let you know that the property owner wants you to leave. I'm asking you for your name, and I'm asking politely. This gentleman gave me his name, thank you. And I've given you my name. You know who I am. So why wouldn't you tell me your name?
Am I required to?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. Now, when the police get here, and we're telling them we're going to want to sign a complaint against you, because we are, I'm going to tell them I want to sign a complaint against you for trespassing, because you've been asked to leave multiple times and you refuse to leave.
Yeah. So
They may want to identify you.
if they understand what's going on here, that they're going to tell you this is a public space, there's nothing they can do, and we can be here. And if not, if they want to, arrest us or cite us, then, that'll be a whole nother issue that we'll have to deal with.
All right.
So
Well, I guess we'll just stand by.
we'll stand by. I mean, I've dealt with this before at the DMV before in Lakewood. They tried to call the cops and say it's a privately owned building, and the cops came in there and said it doesn't matter if it's private. I got the body cams and everything. It doesn't matter if it's a privately owned building. It's leased through the privately owned building by the government, and so if you're open for business, he could be in here and record. There's nothing I can do. So we know what we're doing, man, and it's really it's
Heard our
shameful that you
phones
don't,
ringing
and you're an attorney.
nonstop, and we cannot answer them right now.
And we're not preventing you from answering the phone.
Yes, you are, because any
Okay.
conversation we have would be confidential, but for the fact that you two are
Yeah,
recording.
well, then you guys need to design this building better and put some glass up or make some type of privacy, but you can't violate my First Amendment right for privacy, man.
Colorado Springs 911. What's the exact location of the emergency?
30 East Pikes Peak Avenue, Suite 200, the Public Defender's Office.
Okay, I'll get that updated here. And your best callback phone number in case we get disconnected?
605. It's my personal cell phone.
Thank you. Your first and last name?
Austin Voss, V as in Victor, E O S.
Okay. And Austin, tell me exactly what happened.
Yeah, so we had someone call about 30 minutes ago. We have two guys in our front staffing area that refused to leave. They were harassing our employees, harassing people coming in. We tried to talk to them a few different times, and they just refused to engage with us, and now they're just waiting out in our lobby area. We do have a building security person here who's just kind of waiting out there with them and they're just waiting for the police to arrive because they're refusing to leave otherwise or even talk to us at this point. So.
Okay. And then we might have a call in here. Is this for, I'm just trying to, one of them was wearing a fedora, black t-shirt with a print, black cargo shorts. The other one's wearing a black Rockies hat, yellow shirt.
It looks like it, yeah, and they're filming everything. They have their cameras set up.
Okay,
yeah,
yep, I just see.
They just came in, yeah.
No,
they just came in and set up a camera in our, no, it's fine. They just, I know it's, it's 911. It's like we don't know what else to do because they're just not leaving, and we can't do business right now. We're having to direct people away. Our employees can't be up front answering the phone call right now, so we can't really operate.
No, I completely understand.
But yeah, I'm sorry, those descriptions are accurate. That's my fault.
No, you are just fine. So we do have a call in here for those individuals. We're trying to get our officers cleared and dispatched as soon as possible so they can make contact with those individuals.
Okay.
Okay. All right, but if anything changes, any further information, don't hesitate to give us a call back.
Sure, we'll do.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
I could be wrong. I mean, you've made your point clear that you believe that the government is, funding the public defender's office and therefore using government funds to lease this space. I understand that. But again, I believe that would be an argument to be heard in court. And, your lawyers will make an argument that you had legitimate business. These guys will say, actually, they didn't have an appointment. They didn't request to speak to a specific individual. They didn't have any business other than to record our lobby. And then our employees weren't able to do their jobs because they were concerned that there may be confidential information being overheard on the phones while they're talking to their clients.
Yeah.
And so that plays out in court, and then a judge is going to have to make a decision on whether or not, your, right to be here as you see it outweighs their right to conduct legitimate business with clients that have appointments or are calling to get appointments. And so, clearly, you can see that this is a lobby for people to wait while they're waiting for someone to meet with them for an appointment and that kind of thing. If you guys were here with that and you had an appointment with somebody, then it couldn't be argued that you got legitimate, that you don't have legitimate business. But what you're doing right now is, you're just, it feels like you're being stubborn.
Well, and you know what, the thing of it is, like my partner mentioned earlier, like if they would have just been professional and cordial, we had a few questions that they could have answered, and we needed some information that I know for a fact they could have provided us with, but they chose to be rude and condescending and make little snide remarks, and that's what, if they would have just conducted themselves in a professional manner, answered our question, given us the information that we asked for, we would have been at the bar drinking margaritas by now.
So now it's your point is that, you want to try to run us off, watch this. We're just going to hang out here until we feel like
it's because that's not what it is. It's not like an ego thing. It's that we're not going to be bullied out of our God-given rights that the Constitution protects, right? These are unalienable rights that we have. They're natural rights. And the Constitution protects our right to do this. It's a right.
Is that the whole point of coming in here, just to see how far you're not to take it, or what?
No, actually, we came in here taking some pictures, and then, like he already told them that we had probably left about, half an hour ago. But you guys are perpetuated this by calling the police, being rude, stuff like that. So
it's not a high enough priority. So we just figured it out with us calling because we don't really get along with the police.
You don't get along with the police. Wow.
Hey, we don't really get along with the police either, man. Like, we could be on the same team here. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to.
I actually just did a story. I don't know if you heard about in Edgewater where that somebody got and shot in the back twice, and the police are not filing charges on the guy. It's been 5 months.
All right. Is there anything we can do to get you guys to leave outside of?
Yeah, we already told you what you could do. You could leave us alone and let us be here.
Can I be here while I leave you alone, or do I got to leave?
Yeah, well, we want you to leave first, and then we'll leave when we're ready. Okay. And hold on. Actually, one thing. We're not going to leave. Since you guys already called the police, we're not going to leave now because we don't want to flee the scene. We don't want to make it look like we're running or something like that. So we're going to wait for the cops to get here.
It could be a really long time.
Well, then, we'll be here until then. So I got a bunch of batteries here, and keep swapping them out if I have to.
If you've been in this town any amount of time, you guys aren't violent. There's no direct threat here. It's an inconvenience, that kind of thing. So it may be a while before cops can get here, just because there's a lot of other more higher priority calls for service.
Yeah.
So you could be here for a while.
I hope that it gets resolved today, though, because let's say we're here for a couple hours, we decide, we're hungry, we're gonna get something to eat, and we leave. Well, that means that this issue isn't resolved, right? So now we're gonna have to come back. So I'm gonna keep coming back until we get this resolved.
So you either want the cops that come here to tell you you have permission to be on this property.
Yeah, because I need you and I need the employees to be educated on the First Amendment, the Constitution.
Okay. I've told. This is a room full of lawyers. I've given you my understanding based on my life experience and my career experience, and I'm telling you that I believe that you're trespassing, and I've asked you multiple times to leave, and I'll ask you again. Please leave the property. You're disrupting this.
No, we're not disrupting that.
This place of business.
You're actually disrupting my business right now.
Well, that's the thing, they keep saying we're disrupting, and that's just a major, like,
Well,
I haven't seen one client walk in here since we've been here. I mean,
But
as far as the whole answering.
The phones are ringing off the hook. You have heard that.
And that's a shame that you guys are denying them service because we're here engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. It's not our fault that they're over here conducting business for everyone to hear in the lobby. We can't hear what they're saying. We can only hear what the employee says.
So why not go outside and stand right in front on the public, sidewalk?
Because
why do you got to be in here? Let these guys do their work.
We're not preventing them from doing their work.
Please leave and let these guys do their work. I'll leave. I'll leave with you. You said if I left.
Actually, I like you, man. I would actually like to, get a beer with you and like chop it up. You seem like a cool, down-to-earth guy, man. I just don't like that you're uneducated right now on the First Amendment and our rights as American citizens. That's all. We just want to educate, man. That's it. We hope that the police, when they get here, they do the right thing and they educate you guys so that we can know that, next time someone comes in here with a camera, you can't be rude to them, right? Just treat them with respect and they'll be on their way. Once we just get our stuff or our story, we're out of here.
The reason you're not seeing the clients come in right now is because we've been directing them to not come in because of the two of you. So
yeah,
again,
so
thank you.
that's making it even worse. So thanks for telling us that you're denying these people service because people are here engaged in a First Amendment protected activity.
Being able to engage with our clients.
Yeah, and we're engaged. We're engaged. So initially, that lady acted like when I went off, like, "Oh, the fire alarm's going off. You got to leave." Like there was a real fire or something.
Yeah.
Trying to manipulate us into leaving. When in actuality, they're working on it right now.
Yeah.
Colorado Springs Police and Fires. Katie, how can I help you?
Hey, this is Steve Noblitt. I'm just calling in a trespass. We have auditors on our property over here at 6 North Tejon.
Okay, brother, one moment.
I think the public defender's office has called you guys a couple of times. I'm just reinforcing that on behalf of the property owner.
I think we do. Bear with me one moment. Yeah, so are they still in the public defender's lobby?
Yeah, and they are refusing to leave until cops get here. I've told them to leave on behalf of the property management group and the owner of the property. They refuse to leave, and they're positioning themselves, saying that they'll wait until the cops get here. So I would recommend a supervisor with this one.
Yeah, I'll put that information in here. Like I said, we do have that call in there. We're trying to get our officers out there as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. Do you need my contact information?
I
represent the property owner.
Sorry, the 719.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I do have that information in here, Steve. So if they do need to reach out to you, we'll have them reach out to you over the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You have a good day. Be safe.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Who are you talking to on the phone?
I called the police department.
Oh, what'd they say?
They've got the call for service and they'll get here when they can. They just have higher priority calls for service. So.
Right.
And I don't disrespect you guys for, doing what you believe to be right. I mean, that's what makes America great is that, every once in a while you gotta test the system and see if we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So I don't, the only beef I have with you is that you don't want to let these people do their business and just leave.
See, that's a manipulative trait that you're doing right there, is telling us that we're preventing them from doing their business and we're doing nothing of the sort. So you can't turn First Amendment protected activity into preventing them from doing their business. They need to design this building so that, they can conduct their business in a more private area.
They are having to change their method of operations because you guys are in the lobby with cameras. And so it is causing an inconvenience to their operations.
Yep.
And I understand that you believe that you have a First Amendment right to be here. I disagree with you. So, that's our impasse.
Well, we'll just have to see what the cops say when they get here then.
Okay. Are you going to leave if the cops ask you to leave?
I haven't decided yet. Probably not. I'll probably just make them arrest me and then beat that case. We'll squash it. My attorney might even have it just dismissed before I even go to court, and then file a lawsuit for violation of my rights, deprivation of rights under color of law, Title 18, Section 242. I tell you, I've been arrested for exercising my rights before. I've been locked in a cage, and some people say that that's what I want to do because I want to sue people. That's absolutely not what I do. I don't like being in torture cuffs. I don't like being locked in a cage. That's a very uncomfortable situation. But see, that's the thing, is that every American's rights are even more important than my freedom. So if I have to temporarily lose my freedom to protect their rights or to expose people who are violating people's rights, then that's what I'm here to do.
How do you feel about courtrooms? Do you feel if you went into a courtroom and was recording in there that'd be protected?
I think that it should be protected, but it's not. Well, it depends. If the judge allows you to, it can, but usually there's chief judge's orders or they prevent you from recording in the courtroom. And the reason they do that, it's public record. Like I could get the transcripts from there. It's because they want you to buy their record. Like I can't keep my own record, so I can have it and it's not redacted, but yet, I have to pay for theirs. So it's kind of silly that they would even say you can't record in a courtroom anyways.
The city of Oceanside Police Department down in San Diego County, or at least one of their police stations is in a strip mall. But the police department can't say, oh, well, you can't come into this lobby because this is private property. Yeah, it's a strip mall, but the police department, the city of Oceanside Police Department is in that strip mall.
What does it mean? I don't understand when you say it's public space. What does that mean? What do you mean?
So like a public space is, let's say like a sidewalk is a public space, right?
Why?
You can't kick someone out of the sidewalk, right? Nobody can be trespassed from a sidewalk. It's a public space. Same thing with here. Now, of course, there is time, place, and manner restrictions. Okay, so like I can't obviously come here even though it's a public space when they're closed and hang out, right? Back there, that's place. So time is like hours of operation. Right now, it's open to the public. It's open hours. Place would be back there in the restricted area. I can't go back there. It's public property, but I can't go back there. Okay.
But isn't the Gazette or the Melting Pot public space too? I mean, it's open to the public.
Yeah, it's open to the public, but it's private. That's the difference. So they have the right to kick anyone out just because they don't want red shirts in here. They could do that if they say, no red shirts, man, you got to leave. And they could legally have you trespassed. That's the difference. The Melting Pot can't say, hey, I don't want red shirts on the sidewalk. You need to leave. I'm going to call the cops and trespass you from the sidewalk. It's essentially the same thing. It's public space.
But you're saying the Melting Pot could make you leave, even though it's open to the public.
Yeah.
And the same thing with any other, the 7-Eleven or any of these other properties.
Or Chick-fil-A or whatever.
They're open to the public, but they can make you leave.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that different from this space? I don't understand that.
I don't know, man. I've already explained this probably like a good 4 or 5 times to you. So.
Oh, well, maybe
it's a public space.
Not getting it. Can you explain it to me again?
It's a public space, and so you can't just come in here.
Why is it a public space, though? What makes this a public space?
Because it's a lobby. It's open to the public.
But, okay, so if this were a dentist office?
Yeah, but man, you're confusing. It's apples to oranges. That's private. This isn't private.
This is a government agency.
Oh, because
this is a government agency.
The defender's office is a government agency.
Yeah.
Then that makes it all public space, and you can do whatever you want in there.
No, I can't do whatever I want in here. But yeah, we can take pictures in here for sure.
So you can hang out in here though with no business. You just
no, man. We do have business. Taking pictures is legitimate business.
You've done.
No, I can't come in here and literally just sit here in the chair from open to close and with no actual legitimate business and just hang out here because I want to sit down.
You told me you could earlier.
No, I can come in here and record. Yeah, I can come in here and take pictures from open to close Monday through Friday, and there's nothing you guys can do about it.
Okay. Because you believe that because it's a government entity that is renting this space. Okay. So you feel like if you went to any other government entity and went into their lobby, you could just hang out there all day long. So if you went over to the sheriff's office over here and just went into their lobby and started recording and whatnot, that you could just hang out there all day long?
I've done that, actually. I've been in there recording that sheriff's department probably, I don't know, a dozen times. I go in there all the time. I know that Alicia, the clerk at the front, and I record in there. Nobody ever gives me a hassle. And guess what? When they're respectful, all the rest of the people think that they don't think I'm doing anything wrong. And so what happens, when this lady, when they act like this, it kind of spreads. It's like a fire. And one person starts acting up, and the next thing you know, the entire office back there is being like, hey, you guys can't do this. And if the supervisor came out and just been like, hey guys, they have a right to record, it would have calmed everything down, and we probably would have left in 5 minutes. But now here we are.
A few times that you have experience in dealing with, I'm gonna guess, I don't know if you're gonna tell me, but I'm gonna guess maybe you're ex-law enforcement?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what I was assuming.